Welcome back to At the Mic with Michael Schumacher, brought to you by JR's Oasis. It's more than a fuel station, more than a convenience store. It is your one-stop travel shop on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermillion, and Yankton. And we have a special Tanager Talk on the line with Madeleine Eisenbeisz, the lone senior for Tanager Softball this year. Madeleine, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am better than I deserve. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me. Really looking forward to this. And I tell you what, before we get too far into it, why don't you just tell everybody a little bit about yourself, your family, your background, your hobbies, your interests, and we'll just kind of go from there.
All right, so my name is Madeleine Eisenbeisz. I play softball. I do travel softball out in Sioux Falls, too, and then I also swim competitively. And softball and swim are just my biggest interests.
All right, you swim competitively, too?
Yeah.
Wow, so what events are you in swimming?
I do pretty much a mix of everything, normally like mid-distance.
Wow, that is amazing. Swimming is not anything that I was ever any good at. I could do it. I mean, I was great at floating and moving, but swimming, like trying to get from point A to point B, I was not great. So what got you into that?
I just always loved the water when I was younger, so my mom decided to put me in swim team, and I just continued doing it since.
Wow, that is amazing. Well, I tell you what, you talked about your mom. Shout out, are you an only child? Shout out your parents. Give us some names here.
Yeah, so my mom's Summer, and then it's just me and her, so I'm the only child.
You're an only child. We're awesome, aren't we? I mean, only children are great. So, no, that is amazing. I was an only child, too, and I think my parents were thankful for that because I was a bit of a handful sometimes, a bit of a brat. So, I know you're not. I was. But so that is amazing. All right. Well, you're a senior. Let's kind of start there. You're a senior in Vermillion. So, what are you looking to do after graduation?
So I'm going to attend Augustana University up in Sioux Falls, and I'm double majoring in elementary and special education.
Okay, excellent. And so what got you into that? So elementary ed and special ed. So would it be doing special ed for elementary age individuals, or would you be like in a classroom and you want to have the special ed component?
I'm not really sure right now. I could go either way. I think having a special ed, education is so important, even just as a regular classroom teacher. But I also think, being a special ed, teacher would be cool, too.
So when we're talking special ed, are you looking just at those that maybe are a little behind, or would you want to work with special needs?
I'm honestly not too sure as of right now, but I think, I have an internship at the elementary school, and I get to be in, a resource room, which is, just kids who need a little more help, and then I also get the chance to observe, a self-contained room. So it's high-level autism kids. So, and I think both are pretty cool. Yeah. They both have their ups and downs. So.
Oh, definitely. And there's a certain reward that goes with them, though. My mom was a teacher's aide back in the day when they started mainstreaming special needs individuals. And so there's a certain reward that goes with it. So it's challenging, but I think you're taking on something that's going to be very rewarding for you in the future. So congratulations on kind of knowing what you want to do. How long have you wanted to be in education?
Well, I've always known that, I wanted to work with kids, but I wasn't sure, in what way. And then this past summer, I taught swim lessons, and I really enjoyed that. So I decided, for my internship class, I would go to the elementary school, and I've just really loved that.
All right. Now, if somebody said, okay, you can have a class, what grade would you want to teach? Because I know in my head, I know what my personality and my disposition would allow me to do. So I need as young as possible. I need kindergarten, first, second. Otherwise, I don't know that I have the patience. And that's it's a failing on my part. Where would you like to be?
Definitely lower elementary. I think kindergarten, first grade.
See, I think that'd be so rewarding. I mean, they're kind of bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Life hasn't beaten them down yet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the perfect sweet spot. All right. See, we are on the same wavelength here. I love that. All right. So when you're not swimming, when you're not playing softball, what do you like to do with your free time?
I really just like to hang out with my friends and relax, go see movies, stuff like that.
All right. What was the last movie you saw?
The Michael Jackson movie. Was
it good?
Yeah, I really liked it.
Okay. I have not seen it yet. I'm going to try to get there. I like Michael Jackson. Obviously I grew up, I'm old, so I grew up with him being kind of on the main front and stuff. So I find him intriguing. So I just didn't know if the movie was good. So I'm going to take your recommendation and run with it. And I will go to that. Maybe not this weekend. I got some graduation parties, but I'll get there sometime. So All right, so hanging out with your friends, doing stuff like that. What are your plans for this summer before you head up to Augustana?
I have travel softball a lot this summer, and then I also am going to Portland for a weekend for our Educators Rising. Me and my partner made like a interactive bulletin board, and we qualified for nationals, so we get to go to Portland and compete with that, and so I think that'll be pretty fun.
Well, that'll be cool. I'm assuming Portland, Oregon or Portland, Maine?
Oregon, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Portland, Oregon sounds much cooler than Portland, Maine. Not that I know either one of them. I just know the reputation. I think Oregon sounds cool. So, all right, excellent. When is that?
It's like June 19th through like 23rd, I believe.
All right, well, excellent. Well, I tell you what, we're going to start talking some softball here, but you know me. I'd like to ask some icebreakers. You willing to answer a few?
Sure.
All right, one final meal. What are you going to have?
Ooh, I think, honestly, chicken strips and fries.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Where would you get the chicken strips from?
Applebee's.
That sounds good. Dipping sauce?
Ketchup.
Okay, straight ketchup. Okay, nothing fancy, huh?
Nope, just ketchup.
Nothing wrong with that. It's keeping it simple, keeping it basic. I like it. Okay. Now, if you could see any three musical artists from throughout history, so living or dead, live in concert, who are you wanting to see?
That's tough. Bruno Mars, probably one of them.
Okay.
Noah Kahan, and I'm not sure a third one.
Okay. Well, Noah Kahan, my daughter, she just moved out to North Carolina, and she's been kind of spamming me with Noah Kahan stuff lately. He's going to be out in Colorado here in July, I believe. There's a 3-day festival, and he's the headliner one of the days, and then it's Mumford & Sons one of the days, and the Lumineers one of the days. And, you know, she's like, I want to get there, but she's in North Carolina now, so it's a little tougher. But Noah Kahan is amazing, so I can definitely live with that. And Bruno Mars, he's enjoyable as well. And, you know, whoever you end up tossing in for the third one, you can't go wrong. You're two-thirds of the way there anyhow, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Now, if you could travel back to any point in the Earth's history and be guaranteed safe return one time, to when are you traveling and why?
I would probably travel back to see the dinosaurs.
All right. Is there a specific dinosaur you're wanting to see or just kind of experience the entirety?
Probably just all of them, like, just, like, seeing pictures of, like, what they would have looked like back then and, like, seeing their skeletons, like, I think that's super cool. And, like, if I could make it back safe and, like, see them for a day or two, I think that would be pretty cool.
See, I think so, too. And the fact is, the more we learn about them, we realize the less we know. There's a theory out there that T-Rex might have had feathers. I can't even picture that. Just a giant angry big bird, basically. I think that's something. And if I could observe them without the fear of getting squished or eaten, I think that's amazing.
Exactly.
And plus, there'd be the benefit of seeing the Earth untouched by human hands. Wouldn't it be amazing to see what this big blue ball was like back then?
Mm-hmm. I bet the nature and all the plants would be so, like, cool to see.
Oh, yeah. I think it would be amazing. No, you can't go wrong with saying you're going to go back to see the dinosaurs. I like that. So, all right. Now, assume all of your basic life needs are met. You have guaranteed basic levels of food, shelter, clothing, and transportation. Money's no object, but you can only buy one thing. What would it be?
Oh, gosh. Probably a new car.
A new car. Anything specific in mind?
Like a colorful Jeep Wrangler. I'm not sure what color, but like a fun, bright color.
A fun, bright color Jeep Wrangler. Okay. And would you get the rubber ducks that go in the dash too? I mean, are you one of those people?
If I had a Jeep, probably.
Okay. I think that becomes a prerequisite. I don't know that you're duck people before you become a Jeep owner, but I think once you are, then you're like, I got to get ducks. So no, that sounds like it goes with the territory. All right. Well, finally, as you go through life, who is someone or are some people that you hold up as examples and say, if I can live life like her or him, I'll consider myself a success. Now, this can be a celebrity or it can be somebody close to home. Who would that be for you?
Definitely, I think my mom, she just works super hard and does everything for me. Like, she's always makes sure, like, I'm happy and I get what I need, and I just really look up to that and admire that.
All right. And what's your mom's name?
Summer.
All right. And what does she do?
Right now, she works at Walmart.
Okay, excellent. And she just kind of makes sure that you're taken care of, and you know what? When your best role model is at home, you can't go wrong with that, can you?
Yep.
All right. So you got big plans for her for Mother's Day?
Not really right now, but we'll probably go out and do something fun.
Well, that'll be good. That'll be excellent. All right. Well, I loved your answers, but I know you're on a time limit, so we're going to wrap up talking a little bit about some softball. Sound okay?
Yep.
All right. What does it feel like? I mean, I was right. You're the only senior on this softball team, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What does it feel like to be the old person in the room?
It definitely has its challenges at some points, but it's also just super fun because without high school softball, I would have never gotten the opportunity to play with most of these girls, especially our young girls, our freshmen, our eighth graders, which is most of our team. And so it's definitely just super good to have that opportunity to be able to play softball with them.
All right. And, you've been pretty much part of softball since softball started in Vermillion, as a sanctioned sport. How has that been for you to be part of that from the very beginning? And have you noticed any differences now in how it's done versus how it was at the beginning?
No, I think it's pretty much the same. Our team philosophy has always been to compete, and we've been holding that true. And it's been hard because my first year playing was my sophomore year, and then we lost Chandler, Janaea, Taylor after that year, and then last year we lost Maya and Matt again. So it's always been kind of hard to when we've lost a lot of girls, we've had to rebuild a little bit, but we've always bought into our team philosophy of competing, and we've always given ourselves a chance. And so, yeah, I think that's just super important that we keep doing that, and I think they have a good future ahead of them, too.
Well, it feels like they do, and you guys are having a pretty nice season. I think as you and I talk, you're sitting right about 500. Your only losses are to some pretty good teams. Probably the one loss that you're I wish we had that one back would be Sioux Falls Christian. Unfortunately, the DAC-12 conference tournament got canceled due to weather, but a 6-7 loss to them. Otherwise, you guys would be over 500. How are you feeling at this point in the season?
Definitely, we're feeling pretty confident about our season. Before yesterday, we've been through a month and a half of our season, and we've only played 4 games. So we definitely are excited to be getting into the swing of things, playing games and stuff, and just looking forward to the rest of the season. I think we've got some good wins ahead of us.
I think you do as well. And now, like you said, now it's going to be pedal to the metal. It's going to be 2-3 games every week. How does that feel once you're into that rhythm? Obviously, you're not able to practice a ton, but how nice is it to get into that rhythm of a game and then a day off and then a game and then, off, practice? Does that feel pretty good once you're into that schedule?
Mm-hmm. It definitely feels super good. We just feel a little more relaxed, when we're in the swing of things, practicing over and over again. Obviously, practice is super important, but it just gets to be super long without any games.
That it does. All right. Well, I know you're busy, and I know you got to get going, but what are some goals that you have for yourself and for this team for the rest of the year?
For myself, definitely just to improve behind the plate and up to bat. I think it's just important for all of us to get better individually, and then we will compete well together as a team. And then as a team, I hope we can rack up some more wins and give ourselves a good shot to make it into the state tournament.
Well, and it does. It feels like if you guys can get some more wins, all of a sudden it feels like I think you're going to be hosting one of those SODAC 16s. You're right, just on the outside looking in right now, but a few of those wins and all of a sudden it's a completely different story. How important is it just to kind of keep your nose to the grindstone and just take it one game at a time?
It's pretty important. We just got to stay focused, take it one game at a time. If we have any tough losses, we can't let it get to ourselves. We gotta fix our mistakes and move on to the next game and just hope for the best. All
right. Well, Madeleine, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. Really appreciate it. Best of luck with everything. Not just with the softball, but with the rest of your school year. Have a great summer, and best of luck with elementary education and special ed. You're taking on a hefty challenge, but I have a feeling you're up to it.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have yourself a great rest of your day, okay?
You as well.
Hey, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was Madeleine Eisenbeisz here on our Tanager Talks, brought to you by I don't have a sponsor right now. So if you'd like to sponsor my Tanager Talks, feel free to call me, 605-661-5858. All right, we'll be back with more. This is At the Mic with Michael Schumacher, brought to you by JR's Oasis. And that was a fun conversation. And we'll be getting those up onto the At the Mic YouTube channel. All of our Tanager Talks, Bucks Banters, Gazelles Gabs, everything. I'm going to be putting in the time, putting in the effort. So feel free to go like the At the Mic YouTube channel, at the Mike with Michael Schumacher YouTube channel. It's got a caricature of my face there, and so, yeah, it's interesting. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll be back right after this.